All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, almost evening. Yeah. So welcome to Italy Stations during study in Europe and scholarship opportunities by European Union Indonesia. I hope everyone can see my PPT right now.
Yes, yes, we
Okay.
can.
So everyone, welcome to Unitalia Indonesia as the Center for Academic Promotions and Orientation to Study in Italy. Before that, we need to you need to know Italy as a country level. So Italy is the most #1 UNESCO World Heritage Site. We got here 58 recognitions from UNESCO, and then the other statistic data that you can see here in this slide, it was about Italy in country level. So Italy, another good point, for almost 68 million people visitors coming to Italy yearly. And then we have one of the oldest European university called Università di Bologna, founded in 1088. Okay, one of the oldest European unions, and also Italy part of G8 countries, and then mostly Italy have won 14 more Oscars as the best foreign film than any other countries in the world. Next, okay, before that you need to know where we are. So basically our HQ headquarters here in Italy directly in MOFA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Corporations in Italy. And then apart Italy itself, we have 5 offices outside Italy. The first one in Iran, the second one India, the third one in PRC, People Republic of China, and then the fourth one in Vietnam, and last one we have in Indonesia. So for Indonesia, um, here our main office directly in the Embassy of Italy in Jakarta, in Menteng. So the address will be Jalan Diponegoro, number 45, Menteng, Jakarta. Next. So this is the main tutors that we give to students here, actually. Starting from giving you important information about the embassy, public health, like hospital and other things about information things, and then we give you orientations toward important services from your home country, which means Indonesia, and then we give helping students in order to their preparing their important documents, starting visa, insurance, department, and other correlated with the university. Next. Okay, we are talking about the riches of Italian educations. So some of you may be here familiar with the authentic uniqueness of Italian education, and some of you still didn't know or just newly aware about Italian education itself. So we propose here like architecture, design, science, engineering, advanced technology, economic and management, agriculture, humanities, restoration and preservation of cultural heritage, music and art. Those are the main riches of Italian education. But again, a part of these majors, we open actually in university, universal, like they open in other majors compare this one and open in English talk programs. And we can elaborate more to the next slide. Next. We are talking about Italian higher education system. So we divide it into two systems here. The first one is university, and the second one about AFAM. AFAM is stand for Italian abbreviations, and it focusing on higher educations for music and art. Next. Now, still we are talking about Italian higher education system itself. So in Italy, Italian higher educations accept minimum basic educations for 12 years. And here, pre-university educations minimum 12 years. And then continue to laurea as bachelor degree. And then the durations will be 3 years programs. And then you should get 180 ECTs. What is about ECTs? ECTs means European Credit Transfer or System SKS yang ada di Eropa. And then continue your laurea. We move to master degree programs, or we call it as laurea magistrale. And then durations will be 2 years program. And then you should get 120 ECTs. And then kindly focusing on the right side here. That was a Master Universitario Primo Livello and Master Universitario Secondo Livello. What does it mean about Master Universitario first level and second level? For the first level here, it was about professional master degree programs. The durations will be 1 year programs. And then if you get master first level, which means you cannot continue to PhD level because like that program focusing on your professionality. And then we move to regular one. We call it as master secondo livello or second level. The durations will be 2 years. So after you graduate master for 2 years programs, then you can continue your programs into PhD level. And then we focus on single cycle programs here. So single cycle means it was like combinations between laurea and Laurea Magistrale or Bachelor plus Master degree programs. In this program, mostly we focusing on medicine and surgery, biotechnology, nursing programs. So those programs cannot be independently as Laurea. So after you graduate, you got already Master degree programs. Then the last one, we continue as Dottorato di Ricerca means PhD level programs. The durations will be 3 years programs, and then you will get 180 ECTs. Again, the uniqueness of PhD program here in Italy, it was about like vacancy. So a simple logic like we work under university, but then you are PhD candidate, and then university will fund your research programs. And then again, the vacancy is open yearly, but then we don't know about what kind of research programs that they open yearly. So we need to focusing, and then we need to do research more about PhD itself, because it was like a vacancy system inside the university. Next, now I show you here the statistic data of Italian higher educations. We have 68 public university and 19 private university. Some of you are familiar with Italian higher educations, and then some of you just knew this information. You can see here the name of the university list here in Italy, starting Università di Milano, di Roma, Firenze, Siena, Pisa, Salento, Padova, Pavia. Those are the name of the city in Italy. So just quite easy because public university followed by the name of the cities. And then behind the slide, sorry, under the slide, you saw here Politecnico and Università Commerciale Bocconi di Milano. There is no difference between Università and Politecnico, because Politecnico mostly based on practical programs, and Università mostly focusing on research-based programs. And then Bocconi, one of the name of top high quality private university in Italy. Now we move to AFAM institutions. Like if you remember, the system divided into two programs, university and then AFAM programs. So we have 132 AFAM institutions in Italy. But again, kindly aware about AFAM itself, that focusing on music and arts and other things about art systems. So the tuition fee here in AFAM institution quite expensive compared to formal university, because again, back to the riches of uniqueness Italian higher education itself. Next, now we focus on the main reasons why you study in Italy. We have 7 reasons here, starting from the excellencies, professionality, labor market, flexibility, scholarships, I will inform you and explain you more detail about scholarship opportunity in Italy. And then you can get part-time job with maximum 20 hours per week in campus or off campus. And then life quality, one of the main reasons to choose Italy as your education destinations. But again, the main reason because we have 58 World Heritage recognitions by UNESCO. Next again, about entrepreneurship skills. So in Italy, university and local governments fully support an active giving contribution for business development. So in fact, there are 4 million small medium enterprises that having high quality innovations for entrepreneurship skills. So means here, entrepreneurship in Italy mostly support by university and local governments, and some of you, if you're willing to become an entrepreneur, then choose Italy as your environment to support your entrepreneurship skills. Next, now we focusing to elaborate the reasons why you choose Italy as your study destinations. The first one about quality, innovations, and traditions. So based on statistic data, Italy has more than 40 Italian universities that have been recognized by QS World Rankings. And then founded in the 11th century, Italian universities are the oldest educational institution in the Western world. And then back again to the quality of teaching and strengthen international relations between Italian and foreign institutions, give students opportunity for a successful future career within an academic environment. Next, the second one, how about quality like English top programs? So mostly 700 courses entirely in English in the fields of management, economy, science, engineering, technology, architecture, design, and medicines. And for more details, you can check directly to our Italian higher ministry here www.universitali.it. So this portal directly coming from the Ministry of Higher Education in Italy. So some of you that willing to know more, just click this website. Next, about tuition fee. This is one of the uniqueness about Italy. So we implement flat tuition fee here, but again, I will tell you super good news here because we all of us Indonesian passport holders, so some of them already made a flat tuition fee around 1,000 euro per year. And then again, with high standard educations, Italy more affordable compared to the other countries. And again, Italy also making like we call it as ISE, as the standardizations family income between students. So every student has their uh, different tuition fee programs into university. Then move to the opportunities. So here, Italy is a home and the of the greatest number of UNESCO World Heritage sites, and then you can still get working part-time job for 20 hours in a week, and then you will get benefit 1 year extends after your graduations to look for any job opportunity even in Italy or other European member state a part of Italy. Next, about scholarship opportunity. This is the main reason, so you have to be constant and aware about scholarship itself. I propose here 4 types of scholarship itself, starting scholarship issued by university, and then the second one will be regional scholarships. The third one, the scholarship coming from MOFA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Italy, and then the last one, Invest Your Talent Scholarship by Ministry of Foreign Affairs itself. Now we focus the first one. So in Italy, the first scholarship issued by university. So we have kind of types of scholarship itself, like the tagline, for example, Polimi issued silver, gold, platinum scholarship, and then La Sapienza Roma also has their own scholarship. Even in Polito, Politecnico di Torino, the name of the scholarship to Polito, and then Università di Bologna, they have Unibo Action 1 and Action 2. So you need to concern and aware that every university has their own budget to propose scholarship for international students. Again, terms and conditions depend upon the respective university. Okay, now we move to second scholarship. We call it as regional scholarship or Diritto allo Studio Universitario, DSU scholarship. So again, DSU scholarship or regional scholarship, this is about scholarship offered by local province or local governments in Italy. For example, in Rome, the name of the region Lazio. In Milan, the name of the region is Lombardy, and then other province they have their own name of scholarship. For example, Rome, the name of the scholarship it was Disco Lazio, and then for Bologna they have Ergo. Emilia Romagna governments, and then in Turin they have Edisu scholarship, and then in Milan they have the SU scholarship. So kindly aware the name and the type of the scholarship itself offered by local governments there. Now we move the third scholarship offered by Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Corporations. So this scholarship, it was fully funded scholarship. Again, fully funded scholarships. And then we have age limits here, limitations for age, maximum 28 years old. And then for masters, it was for masters. And then for PhD, we have maximum will be 30. And then if you like to do joint research programs, say Mighty Scholarship offer you this fully funded scholarship. Again, they have their own benefits. You will get 900 euro per month in 9 months in a year. Why 9 months in a year, not 12 months in a year? Because effectively study in Italy 9 months in a year, because like we have summer and winter programs, so the government will not cover during the holiday. And then the awardee also get health insurance and then tuition fee waivers. More info you can check directly to www.studyinitaly.esteri.it. And then the last scholarship about Invest Your Talent scholarship. This focusing only for master degree programs, and then focus only for those 5 majors had been listed in this presentations. There, those are engineering, advanced technology, architecture, design, economic management. And then this one, the benefit that you will get if you becoming Invest Your Talent awardee. We have age limits here, maximum 26 years old. And then the benefit are you will get free Italian language course, and then tuition fee waiver, and 8,100 euro per year for your yearly stipend. And then you will get opportunity to get internship on job training in Italian brand company. You know that Italian brand company, one of the most luxurious brand company in the world. And then you will get student support helping hand from university if you get any difficulties or any doubts during your study programs. Then more scholarship opportunity from Indonesian government to study in Italy. We have LPDP scholarship. The second one we have ISMA, and then we have ePOSMA. ePOSMA is new for this year, and then we will elaborate one by one. For LPDP, we have 9 Italian higher education institutions that fully funded by LPDP. And those 5 in this listed below, they cover for all subjects that they have. Those are Università di Bologna, La Sapienza Roma, Università di Padova, Politecnico di Milano, Università di Milano, all subject fully funded, and then the rest subject, those for Italian institution, those are Bocconi University for business and management, economic and finance programs, Politecnico di Torino for engineering petroleum programs, Scuola Normale Superiore for classic and ancient history, this one focusing on PhD level, and then University of Trento remote sensing program that fully focusing on ground-based, airborne, and satellite. Then IISMA. We had signed corporations with 3 Italian higher institutions here, had been listed Università di Pisa, Università di Padova, La Sapienza Roma. Those 3 already incorporated with IISMA program for those undergraduate students here in Indonesia who like to do exchange students to Italy. Official information you can check directly to Instagram account iisma underscores RE. And then IPOSMA, the last one from Indonesian government to get study in Italy. So in May till July, the contract agreement will be processed to the international partnership here. So we don't know. We had proposed already to our Ministry of Education Indonesia regarding these programs, and then we are still waiting for official announcement offered by our Indonesian government for this vocational students mobility award. And then how about DOV? This is one of the questions or the most need to aware about DOV, Declaration of Value or Dichiarazione di Valore. So before you apply your visa, every Italian institution needs DOV documents. What is the DOV itself? DOV, it was like a letter issued by the Embassy of Italy to recognize education curriculum outside Italy. So here in Indonesia, if you use national curriculum Indonesia, means Italian institution will recognize that you use Indonesian education curriculum. And then yes, all information actually directly the Embassy of Italy, but then this is like general information for you to know more about and aware about DOP itself. And then this is the example of one of what the DOP itself. So this is the example, and then this is already official one. Our students last year had been accepted into Politecnico di Torino for petroleum engineering programs, and then this is his DOP before. And then I would like to summarize here 5 phases to study in Italy. So first, visit our Italian Ministry of Higher Education's portal www.universitaly.it, and then visit the official university website to know more about documents required, deadline, and scholarship available. Upload your document for your applications and waiting for your LOA, letter of acceptance, and then kindly to do pre-enrollment program through that Universitaly portal, and then prepare for visa. Again, this is only for general things, but again, in details, you need to discuss about to study in Italy directly in Unitalia in our Embassy of Italy in Jakarta. Then after you get LOA from one of Italian higher institutions, so this step need to do for you guys here. The first one, you should prepare for your DOP, and then doing pre-enrollment online through Universitaly programs, a portal, sorry. And then the third one will be physical pre-enrollment process directly in the Embassy of Italy in Jakarta. Then you do enrollment program, which means obligation to pay any admission fee payment into university, and then you can apply for your study visa. Next, a good news for you, for those some of you that join our event today, study in Europe and scholarship opportunity programs by the EU delegations Indonesia and Brunei Darussalam. So I would like to appreciate you all here because your spare time in the week, this weekend, super actively okay, because you got and something new, and then you learn something new from these programs. And then this is maybe how to reach Unitalia itself. So we have official email, social media channels, and then official website. You can capture this slide. And then how to reach me directly. So my name is Romero, the representative of education department in the Embassy of Italy in Jakarta. So this is my contact number. You can capture this slide, or you can save the number, or if you like to do to have some consultations with me directly to study in Italy, feel free to contact me here to this contact. And thank you very much, everyone. So grazie mille. Thank you from Unitalia Indonesia. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask directly here. Thank you so much. And back to the moderator maybe.
Ya, Pak Romero, ada pertanyaan dari Australia. She would like to ask, should I have LOA first to get scholarship from the government? And then her second question is, could I apply scholarship without LOA? Lalu, question number 3 is TOEFL ITP still accepted for English requirement?
Okay, thank you, Australia. So you need to get LOA first to apply for the scholarship from the government, because there is uploading your DOV. Without uploading, you cannot continue your applications. And again, after you submit your application, even you didn't get any LOA, actually the committee will check directly to which university that you intend to apply. Okay, so the most important thing, you should get LOA first, then continue to apply scholarship. The second questions, okay, apply scholarship without LOA. For my G, okay, still conditions, but again in final, if you don't get any LOA, means you disqualified, okay? And then TOEFL ITP, mostly we use IBT, internet-based one. ITP, I don't know, some university or still accepted or not, I don't know, but in 3 years from behind, we accept IELTS and TOEFL IBT. With the TOEFL IBT, we need, with minimum score 85, actually 85 minimum score.
Baik, Pak Romero. Next question. Is there an opportunity after completing master's degree to stay and work in Italy?
Okay, opportunity after completing your master degree programs in Italy, you get 1 year extending your stay in Italy to look for any job. If you didn't get any job for 1 year in Italy, or in parallel during the upper level 1 year, you can still can apply job a part of Italy, outside Italy, in EU member state. So you can apply in Switzerland, you can apply in Sweden, in France, Netherlands, all the European member states. Because Italy, one of the European member states, then if you graduated from Italy, means you graduated from EU member states. You can apply any job opportunity to whole European member states. I think that's all.
Thank you, Pak Romero. So the next question, how many Indonesian students are currently studying in Italy, and what's the most selected major?
Okay, actually for statistic data regarding Indonesian student that currently studying in Italy, it was confidential one. So we cannot inform you even we have the data. But again, the most selected majors for Indonesian students to study in Italy, it was engineering programs, business and management, fashion design, interior designs, and then some of the social science that they apply to continue their higher educations to Italy. But again, engineering and design, the most selected one.
Thank you, Pak Romero. That's actually a good bridge to this next question from Stella. Stella asks, is there any double degree programs for engineering master in Italian university?
Sorry, Mas, suaranya kecil sekali.
Sorry. So Stella asked, is there any double degree programs for engineering master degree in Italian universities? Double degree.
Okay, double degree programs. So if the university already corporated for internationalizations a part of Italy, maybe you can get double degree programs. But for engineering, quite pessimistic for me, because the things that I know for double degree, it was like business program, hospitality programs, and some of Italian teaching programs. For engineering, I'm sorry to say it was like less data that I got that informations.
Okay, thank you, Pak Romero. Next question from Australia Montimi. So Australia has another question here. Is there a list of university to be funded by government scholarship?
Okay, like my presentations before, fully funded scholarship offered by MIT. Yes, the whole university had been listed and recognized into 68 public university and 19 private university. The list of the university directly to www.universitali.it.
Thank you, Pak Romero. I think that's about the questions. Oh, there's another question coming in from Muhammad Faisal Tamrin Hakim. The message is, Ciao, my name is Faisal. I'm from Sukabumi, West Java. My question is there any bachelor program? Because I am currently in senior high school. And then the second one, is it easy to find halal restaurants and mosques in Italy?
Okay, hello, Muhammad Faisal from Sukabumi. Don't worry about halal restaurant, even and most, yeah. For Indonesian students, never difficult to find halal restaurants, because Italian restaurant, Italian food offer the healthiest food in the world, and then they also offer halal food to the whole entire restaurant in Italy. So don't worry, Faisal, because we have plenty of Muslim students, Indonesian Muslim students to study in Italy. So it was easy for you to find halal restaurant there. But physical mosque, this is a physical mosque, yeah. Physical mosque in Italy, the mosque itself, not like in Indonesia, you can find any physical mosque. But in Italy, they have the mosque there, but like Italian buildings, like the simple buildings, not the authentic physical mosque that you can find here in Indonesia or any Islamic countries.
Thank you, Pak Romero. Is there any more questions from anybody?
Oh, we have like 20 minutes left, yeah, Pak, yeah?
Yeah.
But again, the questions coming from the student actually quite unique. I mean, specifically questions what does itself, yeah?
Yeah.
The question specific.
So, so here's a question that usually the students are looking for, are asking. So since studying in Italy, how easy is it to actually absorb any other cultures outside of Italy, meaning easy access to travel? Do you have any experience that you can share?
Okay, while you study in Italy, it was one of the easier mobility, yeah. you do study there, and then during your weekend you can find any access of your travel experience, or you can explore more about your sport activities, you can explore more about your hobbies, or you can find any community, local community there to improve and then expand your interpersonal and intrapersonal skill, because university also has student clubs, and some of them also support your mobility activities during your study in Italy, like that. What that one, Pak? Yes.
Oke. Mungkin aku switch ke bahasa Indonesia sedikit. Ini untuk audiens yang gila bola. Berapa harga tiket untuk nonton pertandingan bola untuk Juventus atau Inter Milan atau AC Milan atau Napoli dan lain sebagainya?
I'm sorry, I cannot answer that questions because it was not my expertise. Saya juga tidak tahu berapa harga tiket spesifiknya, karena memang like Juve or Roma or in Milan, I don't know. I'm sorry to say, Pak.
Oke. Muhammad Faisal kembali bertanya mengenai program bachelor. Aku nggak tahu ini maksudnya scholarship atau tidak. Oh, tapi kayaknya ini scholarship ya. Pertanyaannya, apakah ada beasiswa untuk program bachelor? Lalu apakah harus bisa berbahasa Italia?
Okay, for scholarship, if you choose English top programs, you don't need Italian language skill to apply for the scholarship. But again, if you have any basic Italian, it was like plus marking, ya, marking plus, because you respect their cultures. But again, scholarship itu tidak merujuk ke dalam bahasa Italia kalau kalian mengambil bahasa programnya bahasa Inggris. Jadi kalian cuma mengikuti aja proses seleksi yang ada, karena proses beasiswa itu dimulai dari seleksi berkas, and then kalau kalian lolos seleksi berkas, kalian bisa maju ke dalam interview proses, which mean di interview langsung oleh kita di kedutaan, oleh diplomatnya kita. Dan if you want to become the awardee, then we can inform you by the announcements directly to yourself. Dan itu sih Faisal. Jadi Italian skill for study there is not really needs if you choose English thought programs. Okay. Then questions coming from Ardianto. The campus communications use Italian or English? Again, if you choose English thought program, means inside the whole class will be English communications. But then a part of the class, if your class finish and then you move out the class, so you will find any languages from the whole students there. Jadi ya kalau bahasa di kelasnya bahasa Inggris, tapi di luar pintu kelas ketika kelas selesai, ya ada bahasa Italia, bahasa Afrika, bahasa Chinese, India, any languages you can find outside the class. Dan bagaimana English ability untuk Italian citizen in general? So for Roma and Milan, okay, easiest for you to communicate because they can speak English mostly in Roma and Milan. But then a part of those cities, both cities, yeah, Italian citizen to mostly speak their Italian because their love, their languages. Begitu. Dan Italia juga bukan English spoken countries, so it mean ya we need to respect their languages. Seperti itu.
Oke. Mungkin pertanyaan lagi ini biasanya ditanyakan juga nih sama anak-anak Indo. Walaupun Italia mempunyai makanan yang enak-enak, bahkan terkenal sebagai sebagai jenis makanan nomor 1 di seluruh dunia, makanan Italia. Tapi seberapa mudah untuk mendapatkan akses kepada makanan Indonesia? Apakah itu restoran, apakah itu misalnya bahan baku untuk anak-anak kuliah seperti Indomie?
Oke, baik. Nice questions actually regarding makanan ya. Sebenarnya untuk makanan Indonesia ada juga restoran Indonesia di Italia, tapi tidak banyak. Tapi kebanyakan Indonesian student kalau memang lagi pengen makanan Indonesia, they move to Malaysia, Malay restaurant there, or makanan Asia. Kalau Chinese restaurant itu juga cukup cukup banyak juga. Korean restaurant juga ada. Tapi ya kalau specifically untuk Indonesian restaurant, kalau lagi beruntung nih, kalau KBRI lagi buka kantin Indonesia, ya kalian bisa makan makanan Indonesia sepuasnya gitu kan. Tapi kalau untuk spesifik Indonesian restaurant tuh sangat langka sih sebenarnya Pak, seperti itu. Jadi Indonesian student tuh larinya ke Chinese restaurant atau ke Malaysian restaurant.
Pak Romero, ada dari Mas Raffi Ud Darajat. Dia bilang, hello, I think Pak Romero was my senior in President University. I want to ask if I pursue master degree business management in Italy. Is it possible for foreigner making a business lab like a small business enterprise in order to get data or to get some extra money? Or is there any limitation for the visa to just be able to study without making or working or making a side hustle? Thank you, Raffi, Abang Printer.
Hello Raffi, yes, my junior in my Almet ya. So business management program in Italy, it was like one of the most major in Italy. Dan uniqueness-nya lagi, every campus itu punya inkubator dan accelerator programs. Jadi kalau kita mau buat, kita gak usah buat making a business lab, no. Karena apa? Karena kampus juga sudah punya gitu loh. Especially for their incubator and also accelerator programs, dan juga mostly every 3 months or every 4 months atau ya itu banyak yang namanya business competition, especially for startup competitions. Dan again, startup competition Italy itu adalah salah satu startup kompetisi berbasis dunia yang sangat diperhitungkan di dunia. In Europe, okay, we have UK, but the second one we have Italy for the startup business competitions. And again, local university di sana, even itu private, even itu public university, they have their own incubator and also accelerator programs. And any limitation for visa, if you do just for business, again we have business visa. But if you continue your study programs, which mean you will have student visa to continue your higher educations there. So yeah, depending of what kind of goals that you need to visit Italy itself. So hi Rafi, we met here virtually in this event. Continue Pak.
Ini ada pertanyaan yang sangat relevan untuk Italia, karena Italia seperti yang tadi Pak Romero bilang, sering keluar film bagus dari Italia, dan Italia terkenal punya film yang bagus dan sering menang Oscar dan lain sebagainya. Ini ada pertanyaan dari Azizila Az-Zukruf. Is there any media and film major for undergraduate? And if so, is there a scholarship program for that?
Okay, Azizilia, we have media and film majors for undergraduates, but again, this program quite expensive, or even I can say super expensive, yeah. But again, scholarship for undergraduate programs quite challenging, because you can find any limitations for your undergraduate things, because for undergraduate you only have 2 choices for a scholarship, which means scholarship under university, and then the second one, scholarship offered by local governments. In which university your location will be. If you in Rome, which mean Lazio, if Milan, which mean Lombardy region. Sangat terbatas Azizil ya.
Oke, terima kasih Pak. Lanjut pertanyaannya dari Nurul. I took fashion design when I was in undergrad. If I want to take master degree in Italy, is there opportunity to take an internship in Gucci or any other high-end luxury fashion house?
Hi Nurul, nice questions. Well, if you will to get high-end luxury fashion houses brand in Italy, you should enter luxurious fashion design school in Italy. For example, Istituto Maragoni, Istituto Modarte, Accademia di Roma, Istituto Secoli, and any other luxurious fashion school in Italy. But again, kindly check, the school should be recognized by MIUR. MIUR means Italian Ministry of Higher Education in Italy. And then those schools having a partnership with Italian brand company, fashion houses, for example, like Gucci, Massimo, and everything.
Oke. Lalu ada pertanyaan dari Rat. Kak, kan Italia terkenal banget sama heritage-nya. Apakah jurusan yang berhubungan dengan topik tersebut seperti arkeologi dan history punya banyak pilihan di Italia? Dan kampus-kampus apa yang direkomendasikan kalau minat dengan jurusan itu?
Okay, in order to know about history, archaeology, ini saya ada sebenarnya kampusnya karena memang ini tidak banyak for Indonesian student actually because mostly the student coming from joint research program and history. But history we have that majors even in public university. Seperti itu.
Okay.
Kampusnya kalau untuk history La Sapienza Roma, Università di Bologna. Itu kampus yang bisa saya suggest, ya.
Lanjut, ini ada pertanyaan lagi, banyak nih pertanyaannya. Age limit yang dia lihat, ini nggak ada namanya, untuk PhD scholarship adalah 30, tapi research project adalah 40. Apakah ini sudah benar requirement untuk beasiswanya?
Okay, thanks for the questions. Okay, PhD maximum will be 30, joint research program will be 40. Yeah, one of the requirement for scholarship itself. But again, if you intended to apply for PhD, again, like I said before, PhD it was like a vacancy under university, not like applying for a job. No. The university has their own budget. For example, like this. Okay, the university has 150,000 euro in a year, and then they open like a research program for this year. The themes will be engineering and also social science ones. We don't know for the next year because yearly they open not the same research programs. So you will be PhD candidate, but again the university will fund your research programs. So which means not applying for a job, but again we work closely into university, and then we were part of the PhD candidate, and we were also PhD students in doing research program there. I don't know how to describe. If Pak Karim, apakah mengerti yang saya jelaskan gitu?
Ya, lumayan. Atau
Ya,
mau
gitu,
dicoba lagi? Simplify things. Oke, lanjut pertanyaan selanjutnya. Carla Gracia Sembiring. Sangat spesifik, Carla bermaksud untuk untuk memperoleh Master of Science di Transformative Sustainability. Di Indonesia ini fokus studi yang tidak sering tersedia. Lalu pertanyaannya adalah dia mau tanya lebih mengenai Bocconi University, especially in Masters in Science program. Lalu untuk uncommon major seperti transformative sustainability, apakah itu salah satu fokus studi yang tersedia beasiswa?
Okay, thank you, Carla Gracia Sembiring. So MSc in Transformative Sustainability, which means one of the new programs, but then Bocconi University, one of the most expensive university and one of top high quality university from Italy to the world. I can say you need to focusing on merit-based scholarship, Carla. Karena apa? Bocconi University itu sangat terbatas menyediakan scholarship. Dan untuk LPDP mereka cuman funding for business, finance, and economic one, not MSc in transformative sustainability. So it means LPDP tidak mengcover dalam program ini. But again, Bocconi has their own scholarship, which means merit-based scholarship. And I got already students from Indonesia that got fully funded merit-based scholarship from Bocconi University. Jadi kamu fokus ke merit-based-nya ya, karena itu satu-satunya cara kamu bisa reach out si Bocconi. Begitu.
Baik. Is it mandatory to have work experience to apply for a scholarship?
No. There is no mandatory to apply any scholarship. Working mandatory, no. Kalau di negara lain mungkin ada working mandatory for minimum 2 years. In Italy, no. Kita tidak ada mandatory working experience to apply scholarship. Kita mandatnya itu cuman umurnya saja.
Baik.
Ada batasan umur.
Baik, mungkin satu pertanyaan terakhir, Pak Romero. Dari Ardianto Wibowo, is it common for Indonesian to take informatics engineering in Italy?
Ardianto, informatik engineering itu sangat common untuk Indonesian students belajar ke Italia. Saya juga ada dosen dari UI, dia mengambil informatik engineering ke Italia untuk PhD-nya. Dan untuk master, informatik ini mesti masuk ke dalam computer science programs, dan ini juga quite common. Jadi IT, IS, information technology, information technology itu masih common banget untuk Indonesian student untuk belajar ke Italia.
Baik. Terima kasih banyak Pak Romero dan teman-teman yang sudah bertanya di sesi presentasi dari Italia hari ini. Waktunya sudah habis, maka izinkan saya untuk menutup acaranya. Oh, ini ada pertanyaan satu lagi. Bolehkah share emailnya atau bagaimana cara untuk mengontak supaya bisa mendapatkan informasi lebih banyak?
Ini saya share kontak kembali ya untuk kontak informasinya. Yes, now you got. Oh sorry, this one sudah terlihat ya Pak ya?
Sudah. Teman-teman bisa difoto halamannya, lalu nanti bisa kirim email ke Pak Romero. Atau telepon WA, ini ada di sini juga. Lalu bisa follow social media handle-nya, ada Facebook, ada Twitter, ada Instagram. Ya, ini kalau lihat halamannya ini berarti benar-benar mencerminkan banyak jalan menuju Roma ya Pak?
Yes, betul Pak Karim.
Oke, kalau gitu baik. Terima kasih sekali lagi untuk semuanya, juga Pak Romero meluangkan waktu di hari Sabtu sore ini. Semoga lebih banyak lagi pelajar Indonesia yang bisa merasakan dan mendapatkan semua exposure kepada ribuan budaya yang ada di Itali. Untuk itu saya tutup sesinya. Terima kasih banyak. Selamat sore dan sampai ketemu di Itali.
Ciao, ciao, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you to all committees. Thank you, everyone. See you in Italy. Study and come to Italy, of course.
Terima kasih.
Terima
Selamat
kasih semuanya.
sore.
Ciao, 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 ciao.